Welcome back to another video, lawful based here, and I'm now going to let out all of my disappointments. Only that, because Baldur's Gate is only bad and has nothing good to it. Just kidding, but there are enough praise videos for this game already, so to try to stay compact and direct, let's just speak it how it is. Everything bad that I discovered for myself with Baldur's Gate 3. You guys might remember the early footage in which Larian Studio has shown us what happens if you cut off Gale's hand while you play as the Dark Urge. It is a funny little cutscene where Shadowheart says, "You should lend a hand, not take one," and everybody was laughing, and it was so funny. And I thought, yeah, this is really cool that you can make such a major decision, that you can maim a companion character, an origin character like that. And that it basically gives you the power to do such a thing. He is such an important character and you can just mutilate him. But, well, this is all very funny, and so it is coming with a big flaw in the game, and that is, if you do this, now my expectations were, if you do this, Gale would still appear in your playthrough with a hand missing, and if you can get him into your party, there would be like only one slot for one hand left, and if you put a wand in it, it would always be on his left hand. If you put a two-handed weapon into the slot for a character, it's always in the right slot. And yeah, but a staff it can be held with one weapon. Then it would be very cool if Gale would hold a big staff only with his left arm, and he could not attack with it because this is too not handy enough for somebody who wields it only with one hand, but he could still get the bonuses for casting. And then Gale is not even in the game. He is dead. Because if you do not pull him out of this mess, this magical mess that he is in, he does not even make it back to the material plane apparently. He's probably going out with a bang in the material plane or somewhere like and who knows what he is taking with him, because the game is now out for long enough. I just talk about how it is. Gale has a magical bomb in his chest, and later on in the game it develops a condition that you must feed it magical artifacts for a time to stabilize it. If not, there comes a big boom and it's game over. And even more later in the game, you get the option to detonate that magical orb of destruction at will. For whatever reason, not spoiling too much. But yeah, this is the gist of it. And Gale has told us ourselves in the story that if that thing blows up, a city of the size of Waterdeep would be leveled. It would be destroyed. And there's no coming back from that. So I was kind of looking forward what's happening if you cut off his hand, and he's just missing. Which was a great disappointment. I mean, it kind of makes sense that he is missing, because he needs your help to get back on the material plane, and he is, from the pain probably of passing out from having his hand cut off, thrown into the great beyond, who knows where, and it's just curtains for him. It's just boom. It's over. And yeah. Which brings me to my next big disappointment point in the game. And that point is, if you have Gale alive in your playthrough, you can meet Dungeons and Dragons and Tutorials and the Forgotten Realms equivalent of Gandalf, so to say. Elminster, the most powerful mage of the realms, because he's the chosen one of Minthara, and being a chosen one of a deity in Dungeons and Dragons pretty much means that you are almost a demigod yourself, because they imbue you with special powers, they lift you up above the mortal limit. But why am I saying this? Because Larian has done something very unnecessary, which is kind of frustrating for me, and that is, certain NPCs in the game are character bound. They are not playthrough bound, they are not world bound, they are character bound. If you do not have Gale in your party alive, then Elminster does not exist as well. Or rather, he would probably exist in the game still, but he has no reason to meet you and your party. Because, this makes also sense, sadly, he only approaches you because of Gale, because he has business with him. And yeah, this is just a little bit disappointing. If you do not have Gale in your party, you cannot replace him. You cannot make your own sorcerer, you cannot obtain the Netheril orb, and this is just very disappointing. Elminster is not meeting you and your group, and a big part of the storyline is missing. You are not even getting scorned by Minthara for doing this, because Gale has very personal background with Minthara. And Elminster is also not angry with you, and this is, in my eyes, sadly wasted potential. You could save the world. You can defeat the big bad evil guy in the game later, the abomination that is known as the Elder Brain. If you have Gale in your party, you can actually defeat it already in Act 2 with the right timing. And yeah, if you screw Gale over, nobody is coming for you who might know this. And this is like, okay, maybe people are not revengeful, but really, we screwed some guy over just for laughs, just to get his hand on ourselves, and nobody is coming for us. But okay, not going too much off topic again. Character bound NPCs. Very bad decision. Because the same thing is happening with Will. If you do not have Will in your party, a major character that plays a very interesting role in the campaign, Minthara, is also missing from your playthrough. This is wasted potential. El Grande. I cannot say it in another way. It is such a wasted potential, because so many origin characters react to her, and you come along all the places where she would be, and she's just not there. It also makes a lot of sense, because Will is her special warlock pet, so to say. She's always making fun of him, she's making fun of everyone, and it's enriching the playthrough. You have this cocky, annoying Cambion bitch visiting you regularly to make fun of you and annoy you, and yeah, wasted potential. She's not there if Will leaves your party or dies permanently and for good. She won't be there. What a waste. Raphael is always there. He is a very a very included character, and it's such a pity. And also the dark playthrough, the evil playthrough, if people wanna call it like that, if you betray the good guys in the Druid Grove, whether this includes only the Druids or the Tieflings, and you side with the Goblins, then you lose a lot of your good-natured companions only for one other, which is Minthara. And you really feel it. Your camp will be really empty, and your playthrough will be really stale. I wouldn't call it stale, but yeah, there's just stuff missing. Such a disappointment. And it is so annoying also that Minthara is so restricted. This is maybe my biggest disappointment. Minthara, you cannot bring her in any part of the game that is pretty much before the Cursed Lands if you get her as a companion, because she does not want to leave this place. And I guess it kinda makes sense, but then again not. It's a video game. She should just be able to leave, because I know she's a character that was with the Goblins at the beginning, and she serves the absolute. Maybe Wholesome will recognize her, and then he might not trust you anymore. And But just make a few lines of dialogue, make a charisma check. You can trust me, she has turned over a new leaf. Something like that. But is it coming? Is it coming? No. But I think it should be coming. She is an edgy character like all Drow, probably, but yeah. If you want her in your party, you have to sacrifice way too much. It's annoying. There is a mod out there. There's a mod out there that gives you the opportunity to have her in your party, even though you have not betrayed the tieflings and sided with the goblins. And it's already at the level where you have to really mod your game. Like, by the way, what you see here is a footage. This is a alternative camera mod angle, because no one knows who plays the game. The way I move the camera right now is the fact that I can look at the ceiling right now, the ceiling of the room. Without this mod, it's impossible. You cannot look as much upwards or downwards or zoom in as much as I did right now, and it's just impossible. You must already modify your game a lot to get what you really want. And I do not understand why Larian has not brought us this camera mod naturally. This is not a feature. It should be a feature. This is so good. You can look at so much detail that you otherwise cannot. It's just really great, and it's really missing. It should be an official feature. Yeah. Okay. I think I have gone on for too long already again. This video, I don't like it if videos get too long. So these are my greatest disappointments. I have probably forgotten a few because I'm immersed in my chaos run right now. And yeah. If I have more to complain and whine about, you will know, okay? With that said, out of the way, have a good day, enjoy, and until next time.